Hello, everybody.
Hello and welcome to our live stream for our adoption.
Yep, our adoption outreach live stream. My name's Tucker Basil.
And my name is Timmy Basil.
We're coming to you live from Belle Plaine, Minnesota. Hope everybody had a wonderful week. We did too. Not super eventful, but
we do have some updates, which is exciting.
Yes.
So, can I start?
Absolutely. I would love nothing
All
more.
Right. So, we've moved up on the profile adoption waiting list.
Yes, big news.
And we are now number 13th.
Yes.
So, I took a look at some of the other dates that we moved up on the list, and
as we promised last week.
Yep. If the trend continues, we should be on the adoption profile book sometime mid-May.
Yep.
Assuming that this trend continues, which it may or may not.
Yeah, because we also should say that we couldn't go back down on the wait list.
That's true.
You get taken out
if there's an adoption placement that doesn't quite work out, then that person
there's a change of heart.
Then that person will go back into the profile book, and then everyone else just gets bumped back out a little bit.
Yeah, so we could go back up to 14th.
That's true. But right now we're 13th.
Yes.
All right. So that's our updates related to adoption things.
Yep. And then so we'll just update everybody on kind of stuff that happened in our lives this week and what projects we're working on currently.
Okay. So I kind of want to start with this one.
Okay.
Yep. So this guy right here is going to be having a birthday soon.
Yes.
And so we kind of call this his birthday weekend. So we celebrated his birthday this weekend. Yep. And I don't know if you want me to say your age on the camera or not.
I'm going to be 29.
I wasn't sure if you wanted people to know.
I'm not that type of person.
So we celebrated.
I'm still 19.
Well, don't say that.
No.
Well, some people don't like people to know how old they are.
Yeah, a lot of people like to say they're 29 forever. So maybe I'm one of those types of people.
Anyway, so we celebrated his birthday weekend, and there were a couple things that happened that I think are pretty exciting for a birthday weekend.
Birthday weekend during COVID.
Birthday weekend during COVID. So, I baked him a birthday cake, and I took a picture of it.
My favorite kind of birthday cake.
True. It's called a wacky coca cake, I think.
Something like that.
Or a crazy chocolate cake.
I don't know.
It's made with vinegar.
Timmy says happy birthday. It's the kind that my mom has always made for me. Growing up and all that stuff. It's my favorite cake of all time.
Yep. So
but I have a kind of a funny thing about it. You can share.
I can share.
Yeah.
So he doesn't like frosting.
I don't like icing or frosting on my
cakes. I just don't. I put frosting and the happy birthday Tucker on half of the cake and took a picture of it. So we'll put that with
crazy cake
with this post. And yeah, so that's the little exciting thing about your birthday cake.
Yeah.
And then
when you see when you see the picture, if you notice that there's only frosting on halving of it, because half of it is for me.
Do you want to talk about the other thing we did for your birthday?
Yeah. I mean, who doesn't like pizza? And so we went and got some pizza at our favorite pizza place. But the thing that's extra special about it is that it's not that often that you come across a vegan pizza. You can't just go to Domino's for that. So we went to Pizza Luce. We picked up a pizza there. And then, anything else with that?
Well,
I wanted to share.
With the pizza, or I guess it would be after the pizza, we celebrated by playing some Mario Party.
Yes, which Timmy had never played before. So it was kind of a fun little board game.
It's one of those games where you can have all of the stars and you can be on top, and then 1 second later you just lose all the stars.
Yep, steals all of your stars.
So
that was fun.
That was a pretty fun evening. But during the day, something else that happened that was pretty exciting, and I'll let you share about that.
This isn't what Timmy wants me to share, but if you probably already noticed that he got glasses, or he got new glasses. So normally he takes them off for our live streams, but
so that wasn't what I wanted him to share at all, because I don't think it's that big of a deal. Anyway,
he looks dashing.
Would you like to share the actual exciting thing that happened yesterday?
Yes, of course. So, as we've shared before, my sister, Kenzie Weiss, is having a baby. And there was a baby shower yesterday for the Weiss side.
A virtual baby shower.
Yeah, it was fun. Obviously, it was different than the usual baby shower, but it was fun to see all the baby stuff. We're definitely excited to be uncles, and it was fun to see all the little baby clothes and I don't know, all the baby related stuff. It was fun.
Yep, there's a lot of baby related things, like little socks, books.
Lots of books.
Lots of books.
Yes. My favorite baby related item are baby shoes. I don't know why, but they're just so cute. And obviously they hardly ever get to be used because they don't really need them for walking. Marcia says, I love the new glasses. Or she saw the new glasses at the baby shower.
Oh.
They look great. But anyway, I love baby shoes. And baby socks are close second, but baby shoes are my favorite thing.
I think one thing that surprised me a little bit about the whole thing is they had like a, can you guess the price of things? And baby items are fairly expensive.
Yes,
considering how tiny they are. Like little tiny baby socks are just, it's like, wow.
Yeah. It's always surprising when it's like, really? That's the cost?
So thanks,
Stephanie.
That was pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it was.
And we're very happy for them.
And of course, it always gets us like, oh my gosh, I can't wait till we can do something like that for our baby whenever that happens. So, yes. Exciting for Mackenzie and Alex, and also exciting for us too.
Yep. So what else do you want to share? We have a little list of bullet points.
Yeah, like you've seen it. If you've seen a different week, I like to prepare talking points for Timmy.
Yeah. That it keeps me from rambling a little bit. I tend to ramble.
You tend to ramble? I tend to ramble. Anyway, I guess anything else from this week? Oh, I wrote down that I think I've shared before that the Quiz Bowl coach at my high school that I teach at, and there were 2 Quiz Bowl competitions this week, and we do those all via Zoom. So that was fun. It was fun to see my kids compete, and they were very excited for that. Let's see what else.
We can move on to little fun facts for today too.
Yeah, so we have some. I just wrote down fun facts, and then underneath that is just some projects that we're working on. So do you want to share about? Well, I kind of started the Catan board, and then you kind of have been helping out as we go.
We can talk about that.
Why don't you start?
So I don't know if anyone's ever played Settlers of Catan. It's kind of like a board game, but we decided It is a board game. So we decided to. Make some use of our 3D printer, and we 3D printed some pieces for it just to make our own Settlers of Catan board game. So normally that's one of the things that we were working on today was finalizing the design for the edge pieces.
So normally they're just like little cardboard pieces, and in the past what we've printed are like there's like these little like hex tiles. So it would normally be cardboard like this, but then we've made them like 3-dimensional.
Yeah, so if you're using a 3D printer, you can actually make little tiles that'll have trees on them. So it's fun, but we don't need to keep.
And like, I'm going to show
that.
just like one more piece. So then you like we have little like castles and stuff that we've printed too.
Yep, for settlements and cities.
So Timmy, using your 3D design software.
So that's actually one of the things that I forgot to share when we were talking about jobs. As an engineer, I do a lot of CAD work as well.
And what is CAD though?
CAD it stands for computer aided design, and it's pretty much if you have an idea in your head and you want to put it into a 3-dimensional model or a 2-dimensional drawing via computer program, you would use something like SolidWorks or AutoCAD Inventor. And one of the perks of being married to a teacher is that he gets an AutoCAD license for free. That
as like an educator.
As an educator. So I can download that on my personal computer, and I can do anything I want to do in CAD. So if I want to design a piece for
the Catan board,
3D printing, that's what I was kind of working on today.
Yeah, so you were doing the last little pieces, which is like their ocean
the ocean around the edge to keep the board from coming apart.
So anyway, so that's what Timmy's project has been today.
Yep, and then Tucker was working on one of his Christmas presents that I got him. And I'll let you talk about that.
Sure. So I think I've shared in the past that I'm really into plants. And while mushrooms aren't plants, they're still, a close relative. Same ideas. So, well, they're not.
It's a fungus.
It's not a plant. It's not a mammal. Whatever. It's a fungus. Anyway, so I got Timmy got me this little box. That has mushroom culture in it.
It's a kit for growing your mushrooms at home.
Yes. So you can kind of see like I cut a slit in there so that way it can get oxygen.
And moisture.
And moisture too. And I don't know, in a few weeks it's supposed to look like this. It's a lion's mane mushroom. I'm growing that. And then I also started another one. But that one's in the fridge. It's a little bit different, but from the same company. And that one's going to grow shiitakes. So I'm doing that in the basement.
And I guess another little fun fact is I never used to really be a huge fan of mushrooms.
You did not.
Until I met this guy, and then we started trying, like, he got me into eating different types of mushrooms, and now I like them a lot, so thanks for that.
You're welcome. I'm so happy that he's a mushroom eater now, because before I'd be like, oh, this needs more mushrooms in it, and he'd be like, this needs less mushrooms in it. And now we're on the same team.
Cool. All right. So, is there anything else you wanted to share?
No, I think that's it. Really nothing big this week. Just kind of sharing what we're doing this week, and that's it. So,
okay.
I'll say what I usually say at the end, if that's okay with you.
Yep, that's fine.
So if you're watching this live or later on as a recording, just know that. So the reason why we do this is to try to reach as many people as we can with the end goal of trying to connect with a potential birth mother.
It's making an adoption plan.
Yep. And so we're counting on you guys to spread the word, because that's the main way that we're going to get into contact with potential birth mother. And if you know a potential birth mother, just reach out to us, and we'd love to get to know you.
Mm-hmm. So thanks for joining us.
Yep. Have a good week, everybody. We'll see you next Sunday at 1 p.m.